Hello there, I'm Joshua Cho, and welcome to J Productions. Today we're looking at my top 10 honourable mentions for my top 10 films of 2015. So why don't we get right into it?
Let's get to it.
2015 was a pretty great year for movies, and even though I'm doing this honourable mentions list, I still have to do honourable mentions for the honourable mentions because there were a lot of great films that I really enjoyed.
Remember last week?
Now we've reached the top 10 honourable mentions for 2015, and let's start with Love and Mercy. Love and Mercy is about Brian Williams, one of the main songwriters for the Beach Boys when they were starting out, and unfortunately, due to a series of events, he had all these mental problems, and this film kind of shows him as he's just starting to become mentally unstable and crafting his masterpiece, Pet Sounds. Then it also plays in the future where he meets a young woman who helps him escape from his doctor who is kind of abusing him, and it's a beautiful film that not only is it about the art of music and also about wonderful people in our lives who are strong and try to do what's best for us and help us. I'm not really putting my words together in the best way for this film, but it's a really beautiful film, and if you love music, especially the Beach Boys, you will love this film. It's a 4-star film for me.
You need to get back to your life.
My 9th favorite honorable mention for 2015 is End of the Tour. End of the Tour I got to see recently, and I really enjoyed it. It's basically this film about these two people talking, but the dialogue and the characters are so damn engaging. So the film is based around a set of interviews of David Foster Wallace that David Limsky conducted, and it stars Jesse Eisenberg and Jason Segel, and they give fantastic performances, and I just thought it was a very engaging film that's all about talking and writing, and it's just wonderfully done. I was engaged from beginning to end, and I just think the actors were superb. The pacing was great, James Ponsell did a great job of directing it, and I highly recommend checking it out. I give it 4 stars.
David thought books existed to stop you from feeling lonely. Living those days with him reminded me of what life is like.
Now my 8th favorite honorable mention of 2015 is The Martian. It's based on the novel of the same name from Andy Weir, and it is just incredibly entertaining and engaging watch with a fantastic script from Drew Goddard, really great direction from Ridley Scott, and a great performance from Matt Damon. The rest of the cast is great too, but this is Matt Damon's movie, and the fact that he's able to make a movie where he's talking to screens 40% of the time engaging is really riveting. And it's hard to do, and it's really riveting. It's engaging, it's exciting. The scientific accuracy of most of it is pretty damn compelling too, and I just really enjoyed this film. It's a very positive film, and I thought it was a feel-good film of the year, and I highly recommend checking it out. And just a form of unity from all the characters and countries involved in it. It's just a wonderful watch that I really recommend. 4 stars from me, definitely check it out.
In your face, Neil Armstrong.
My 7th favorite honorable mention of 2015 is Anomalisa. Now this is the latest film from Charlie Kaufman, and he also co-directed it, and it's a wonderfully stop-motion animated film that was done by Starburst Industries, which, you know, Dino Stephanopoulos and Dan Harmon are part of, and it's just a beautiful film. And it's a very intimate one and a very personal one. It's kind of like Lost in Translation, but with stop-motion puppets and Charlie Kaufman's uniqueness. I think it's wonderful, and even though the main conceit is this guy who's like almost searching for infidelity, I think it's a wonderful film that is very honest and human, and it's got some of the most human scenes and honest scenes I've seen in a long time. and it's all done by these stop motion puppets, and it's absolutely superb and wonderful. I give it 4 stars.
Sorry, I grabbed your hand.
It's okay.
It's a reflex. But I don't like to fly.
I said it's okay. You can let go now, though.
My 6th favorite honorable mention of 2015 is Brooklyn. Now, Brooklyn could have been your generic kind of love triangle drama, but what it is a beautiful romantic drama full of honest emotions, fantastic performances, especially Saoirse Ronan, and just wonderful direction. It's a beautiful story with a lot of heart, and I highly recommend checking it out. It actually comes out just before Valentine's Day in Australia, and I really recommend checking it out because it is a beautiful film full of many moving moments, and it's just a wonderful film all around. 4 stars. My 5th favorite honorable mention of 2015 is The Big Short. Adam McKay did something that we really didn't expect that he could do, and that was make an incredibly engaging and riveting drama that has something very important to say, and it's a subject that he's very passionate about, and it's a film that I feel that he was born to make. He was the filmmaker that was born to make this film, and he does it wonderfully, from the acting to the editing, the direction, the balance of comedy, drama, seriousness, education. It's a very important film given the subject matter to help us not repeat the same mistakes of the past. And I think it's a very engaging and very entertaining watch. It's a wonderful film. I highly recommend checking out The Big Short. It's a 4.5 star film from me.
I'm not going to be able to refinance.
On all my loans?
What do you mean all your loans?
I have 5 houses.
My 4th favorite honorable mention of 2015 is 99 Homes. Now, 99 Homes is kind of The Big Short without the comedy. It replaces the comedy and the laughs with a thriller aspects, because it's a financial crisis drama, but it plays out like a thriller and to an extent almost like a horror movie, and it is quite a gut punch. It's a very emotionally involving film, a very bleak film, and not necessarily an enjoyable watch, but it's a very important film, and it's a very well-made film. The direction is fantastic, the acting, the performances from Michael Shannon and Andrew Garfield are phenomenal. I just think it's a great film all around, and a very important one, and a very emotionally stirring and realistic one. And I highly recommend checking it out. 4.5 stars from me.
Every other poor soul's gonna drown.
My 3rd honorable mention for 2015 is Sicario. From Denis Villeneuve. I don't know if that's how you say his name, to be honest. And it has a wonderful cast with Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, and Josh Brolin, and it's a fantastically crafted film. It's a great technical exercise from the cinematography from Roger Deakins, the score, and the editing and the performances. It's a really well put together film, and it's also a very dark and bleak one, especially in regards to America, and I think that's one of the reasons why it hasn't been getting as much Oscar buzz and didn't really get as many nominations as it should have. But I can honestly say it's a great film that is so intense, and when this end credits started rolling, I felt like I hadn't been breathing the whole time and just had to gasp for air, and I honestly think Benicio del Toro was incredibly snubbed by not getting an Oscar nomination because his performance is phenomenal. It's a 4.5 star film from me.
That would be a major mistake.
My 2nd favorite honorable mention for 2015 is Beasts of No Nation. The latest film from Cary Fukunaga, who directed the first season of True Detective. He also did Jane Eyre and Sin Nombre, and it stars Idris Elba and Abraham Attah. And what it is, it's a film based on a book of the same name, and it's about child soldiers, and though they don't say which country it is, it's supposed to be kind of universal in that way. And it follows this young man who loses his family and has to fight in a rebellion he has no say in and has no thoughts about. He's just trying to survive, and he has to grow up and go from like this young kid into like somebody with the maturity of a 40-year-old, and it is just an incredible film to watch with a phenomenal performance from Abraham Attah, who was my 2nd favorite performance of the year, and Idris Elba is great too, and the direction, the cinematography, which Cary Fukunaga actually shot himself. It's not an entertaining movie at all, but it's just a great drama, and even though it's very dark, it's kind of important, and I think it's a great film they should definitely check out. It's an incredibly engaging watch, really intense and thrilling, but it definitely won't be for everyone. It might be a bit on the slower side too, and I highly recommend checking it out. 4.5 stars from me.
I'm thinking about my future.
And last but not least, my favourite honourable mention of 2015 is Macbeth. Now, up until recently, this film was in my top 10. I thought it was locked. And then it just got kicked out, and I'm really annoyed because I really wanted to shove this on the top 10 so that I could get more people to watch it. And I just think it's a great film, and I really enjoyed the heck out of it. I think its interpretation of the Bard's text is just wonderful, and the way it looks at it as if Macbeth has PTSD. I think Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard are phenomenal. And I was also hoping Marion Cotillard would get a supporting actress nomination because I think she is phenomenal. And that "Unsex Me Now" speech that she gives is amazing. And not only that, the direction from Justin Kurzel is fantastic. The music from his cousin or brother, I believe, is also great. And the cinematography from Adam Arkapaw is gorgeous, just damn gorgeous. And I also think that he should have got more notice for his cinematography because it is a stunning looking film. But not only this film is all about atmosphere, and it's absolutely wonderful and just drew me in. And I just think it's riveting, it's intense, and highly recommended. It's a fantastic film, and my favorite honorable mention for 2015. So I'd definitely say check it out. It's a 4.5 star film for me. Honestly, this has been the most 4.5 stars I've given, and you'll find out more when I release my top 10 for 2015 in the next few days. But if you've seen any of these films and have any thoughts on it, feel free to comment below. You can get my Facebook page, like that, comment there, follow me on Twitter, and don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, I'm just Rich Ho, this is Jerry Productions. Definitely get out there and watch some of these great movies.